Hello folks, my name is Taylor, long time no here. Anyway, in this video I'm going to be naming every single car that has been identified across all Mafia trailers, screenshots and gameplay. So I hope you're a car fan because there's a lot. Quick note before I start, I'm sorry if I butcher the names of the cars, and if there is a vehicle missing it's because it's not been identified, but I don't think there is any missing. Also, most of the in-game names of the vehicles are not known unless that car was in Mafia 2. Also, the car I say it is may not be the exact one, but it's what people thought came closest to the look of that car. So the first car was the first one we ever seen in Mafia 3, it's the swamped car in the beginning of the reveal trailer, and its real life version has been identified as the 1955 Alfa Romeo Giulietta Spider. This car was Alfa's first post-war convertible, which remained in production until 1965. Its top speed was 87 miles per hour, which compared to some cars in Mafia 2 is not the fastest. The second car is the 1963 Buick Riviera. This sedan wasn't the fastest but was made as a personal luxury car to compete with the Ford Thunderbolt, which dominated the markets at the time. The third car is the Buick Roadmaster. This is a wagon that is seen a few times in trailers. It's obviously not that fast a car, but it's there to serve its realism to the game, as not everyone would be driving around sports cars. Fourth car is the 1964 Cadillac DeVille. This is another sedan seen in the gameplay trailer, and like most of the cars on this list, it originates from the USA. The fifth car is the third sedan so far. It's barely seen in the trailer, but it's been identified as the 1952 Cadillac Fleetwood. Not much to know about this car other than it was your standard family car at the time. It's nice to see some cars from the earlier decades in the game rather than strictly 60s cars. The sixth car is almost the same car, but instead it's the 1954 Cadillac Series 62. In pictures these cars are almost identical, but there are just slight differences. This one falls into the class of limousine, so famous or wealthy people during this time would have been driven around in this vehicle. The seventh car is also of the same make and is the 1963 Cadillac Series 62. In the trailers we see this as a no-roof slick red car. The eighth car is the 1968 Checker Marathon A11, but we'll know this in game as the taxi. Now there was taxis in Mafia 2, but you couldn't use the taxi service. I wonder if you'll be able to use the service in Mafia 3, as it would be handy due to a much larger map. The ninth car is the 1954 Chevrolet Advanced Design 3100. It's a shite pickup truck that I can't be bothered driving. It's like those slow cars in Mafia 2 that you had to put up with if you destroyed your sports car and needed to drive to the next mission. Nonetheless, I'm thankful it's in, but damn it. The 10th car is the 1953 Chevrolet Bel Air. This convertible will get you around New Bordeaux in style. It has two doors and at the time cost $1,700, which in 2016 is the equivalent to $15,400. The 11th car is the exact same, it's the 1956 Chevrolet Bel Air. The only difference is that this one has a hard roof. The 12th car is the Chevrolet C10. This van was one of the first cars I noticed, and I remember thinking, what the fuck is that? But again, it's a slow car, but will be highly likely used in missions where you have to transport things, similar to the cigarette truck in Mafia 2. It was a terrible vehicle, but it was useful for that mission. The 13th car is a downloadable beauty. It's the 1968 Chevrolet Camaro. In game it's known as the Lassiter Leopard Mark I. This coupe is the blue car on the poster for the Family Kickback DLC, and in one of the trailers we see Lincoln driving it. It took 5.5 seconds for it to reach 60 miles per hour and only 13.8 seconds at 107 miles per hour to cover a quarter mile. I definitely want to get my hands on this racer. The 14th car is the one seen on the massive billboard in the trailers. It's the 1968 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe. In game it's the famous car returning from Mafia 2 and known as the Schubert Frigate C3. This is obviously a newer version than the frigate from Mafia 2, and I hope that Hangar 13 would reintroduce cars from Mafia 2, so I'm happy that this car's in it. It could cover a quarter mile in 14 seconds at 101 miles per hour, so the speed is still there from Mafia 2. The 15th car is the 1964 Chevrolet El Camino. It's another pickup truck, but Hot Rod tested it with the best customizations you could get at that time, and the car achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7 seconds. But then again, any car would if you had the best customizations installed. The 16th car is the 1959 Chevrolet Impala. It seems like something your auntie would drive at the time. Nonetheless, it's cool. Also, this may get your attention. This car was able to fit something called a speed minder, which did exactly what you think. It minded you of the speed. The driver could set a needle at a specific speed and a buzzer would sound if the preset was exceeded. This is in Mafia 2, and could this mean that they're bringing the speed limiter back? The 17th car is the Chevrolet Nova. This coupe is seen in the swamp and it could do 60 miles per hour in 6.6 seconds and a quarter of a mile in 15.3 seconds. The 18th car is the 1968 Chevrolet Suburban. In Mafia 3 this will be the funeral car, so if you want to steal a dead body then this is the car to look for. The 19th car is the Chevrolet Task Force 3800. In game it's known as the Potomac and you can see this simple truck chasing Lincoln. Fun fact, this is actually supposed to be Mater, the tow truck from the movie Cars. The 20th car is 1961 Chrysler Newport. This is a wagon and your typical family car. The 1961 model was available as a 2-door convertible, a 2-door hardtop, a 4-door sedan, a 4-door hardtop or a 4-door station wagon. The 21st car is the Datsun 240Z. This originated from Japan and is a coupe sports car. The second car is the same but less sporty. It's the Datsun 510, which seems like a light, simple way to get around the map. The 23rd car is the 1959 Dodge Coronet. It's similar to that Antis car I was on about. It was a sedan but was actually a police car for a while. It's not the police car we'll be seeing in Mafia 3 though. The 24th car is the 1968 Dodge Coronet, the exact same but a newer model. The 25th car is the same but without a roof. This is one that Lincoln steals in that gameplay trailer. The 26th car is cool, it's the Ferrari 330. In game it's known as the Delizia Grand America. This car is returning from Mafia 2 and it was bloody fast. The 27th car is the 1967 Ford Bronco. This was an off-road SUV and it looked like a lunchbox. The 28th car is another wagon known as the Ford Country Squire, not much to say about it. The 29th car is the 1965 Ford Econoline. It looks like a wee tuk-tuk, but do you know what it actually is? It's the Mystery Machine. Now, the Mystery Machine is not in Mafia 3, even though I wish it was, but someone needs to make that a mod. The 30th car is the 1965 Ford F100 pickup truck. Nothing really special about it. What I've noticed though is that there's a wide variety of cars in this game, which is obviously good. Hangar 13 have taken the time to put tons of different cars, from sports cars to pickup trucks, in this game. The 31st car is the 1968 Ford Galaxy, or better known in-game as the police car. This will be endlessly chasing you throughout the game. It's a sedan and its top speed is 98 miles per hour, so it's not that fast and definitely outdrivable. This 32nd car is the 1969 Ford Mustang. I imagine this will be the most popular car in the game. It's the front car on the Family Kickback DLC poster, and in-game it's known as the Berkeley Stallion Mark I. It could reach 60 miles per hour in 8 seconds and took 15 seconds to cover a quarter mile. The 33rd car is the last car from the Family Kickback DLC. It's the black one on the left and it's a 1955 Ford Thunderbird. In game it's known as the Smith Murray MX100. All 3 cars from the pre-order DLC are fast and agile cars, so I'd recommend you pre-order the game. The 34th car is the default version of that car. It's still the Ford Thunderbird, but it's just not got any special customizations as it's not part of the DLC. In game it's known as the Smith Thunderbolt, which is already in Mafia 2. The 35th car is the 1964 Imperial Crown, another sedan that are similar to the other ones that I've mentioned. The 36th car is the Kaiser Jeep M715. It reminds me of Trevor's car in GTA 5 and it's another SUV off-road vehicle. The 37th car is the first truck of this video. It's the Kenworth 524. The vehicle was in Mafia 2 as the Trago gasoline truck, and so this makes me think that refilling your car could be a possibility in Mafia 3. That is if the Kenworth is used for the same thing as last time. The 38th car is the 1969 Lincoln Continental Mark III, a very famous car, and we'll see it in Mafia 3 with both a roof and no roof. The 39th car is the 1967 Mercury Monterey, a classic 2-door convertible. The 40th car is the 1960 Oldsmobile 828. We see this parked when Lincoln goes into the driving lot in the trailer, and it's a sedan that's similar to the rest of the other ones I've mentioned as well. The 41st car is the 1966 Oldsmobile Tornado. This is a coupe that we've seen in the first ever gameplay trailer. Remember the ones that exploded like potatoes? Yeah, that one. The 42nd car is the 1965 Pontiac Benville. This is the car you see flipping over after Lincoln sprays it with bullets. This car was one of the heaviest and biggest sedans at the time, so we'll definitely feel the weight of the car when turning corners in Mafia 3. The 43rd car is unknown. It's the one we see in the very first trailer and no one's identified it yet. The 44th car is also unknown and is also seen in the first trailer, and people have also not identified this one yet. The 45th and final car is the Volkswagen. And that's all I know. It's just been identified as a Volkswagen, or meant to be based after a Volkswagen. But yeah, not sure on the model either. Now I did want to give a special mention to the boat. I don't know what boat it is, but if you're a boat expert, then please let me know in the comments down below. Tell me what boat you think it is. Anyway, that is the end of the video. That was all the vehicles seen so far in Mafia 3, but I'm sure there is more we've not seen. It's a good variety and it makes me even more excited to run people over. Like I said, the vehicles may not be exactly the ones I mentioned, but it's what people have thought came to the closest model. I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe to 2K Central for more Mafia videos like this. Also follow us on Twitter if you want updates on what videos we're making and when they'll be up. I thank you again. My name is Taylor. I'm glad I am back making videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Get